Hi, hello people. This is a long time again to not see you. But I'm here. I'm back, and I'm gonna try to. I know I said this last time, so I know I'm. But I'm gonna try to kind of like do this more often. I've been so busy doing a lot of things here and there, but I decided, it's October. It's almost Halloween, so I really wanted to make this video. It's not gonna be an usual review as the past videos, so I just want to kind of like do myself a real short video about some recommendations, some horror movie recommendations that you guys can definitely watch this weekend, or this weekend that is Halloween. And I'm just gonna share with you some of the movies that has been some of my favorite movies this year so far, and I think I truly recommend you guys to catch in these movies, this year or for this Halloween. Um, so what I try to do here is that I try to choose some movies that, of course, are horror films, but they have their different subgenres. So I try not to pick like the same subgenres in these movies that I pick. So I'm gonna start sharing some of these movies here. The first one I'm going to be sharing is Yummy. So if you guys like zombies, creatures, blood, gore, so this is the movie to go to. It is a foreign horror film, horror comedy. So it also has some comedy elements. So people that are looking for the comedy element, the gore, not much story driven, although that it has some melodramatic scenes in, it's here and there. But it is kind of a movie that is meant to be kind of like enjoy, just kind of like sit back and just enjoy the gore and the effects that were really cool. So it is an extremely enjoyable movie, very entertaining for those that are looking for gore, blood, zombies, creatures. Definitely Yummy is the right one to go. This one is right now in Shutter. I know that I recommended Shutter in my last review, which Shutter has a lot of horror movies. I totally recommend for people that like horror to actually have that app on the go. Um, the other one of my favorites horror films that I've seen this year is this one, Relic. Um, I totally recommend this movie for people that are looking for a horror film that mixes the horror also with the drama. This is not just an entitled horror film. This is a drama as well. It is what I call a slow burn. Slow burn are kind of my favorite horror films, and also a psychological horror film, horror drama. So those that are looking for action-driven movie with gore and like that last movie that I just showed you. So this is not it. This is for people that are looking for more of a dramatic horror film with a story and also an emotional element there that I think was extremely well done. I love it. This movie is has great reviews, but also there are people that are pretty divided with this movie. I'm one of the ones that love it, and I think this was an extremely well done slow burn. It is not as popular as movies like, for example, Hereditary, um, that uses this slow burn atmosphere, but it is definitely a great one. Um, Other one I totally recommend. This one is from last year, but I think this one really has the Halloween spirit, and this is Haunt. This is kind of like a slasher film for those who are looking for slasher and kind of like the thriller being, kind of like not doesn't have a lot of jump scare, but that style of people, going to haunted houses, being attacked by these killers, kind of that movie. For those looking for a slasher, I think Hunt is extremely entertaining and it's pretty well done. I think it is very enjoyable movie. It has this Halloween atmosphere that you're looking when you're watching horror films in Halloween. So Hunt is definitely one that I truly recommend. Another one that is on Shutter. Um, so if you're looking for a comedy horror, I think Come to Daddy is pretty underrated. Um, I've seen some people not loving it, others really loving. I think it's kind of like the movie that is a love it or hate it. I truly love it, and I'm not the usual person that love horror comedies, but I don't know, something about this movie is kind of like it has a story. It doesn't have a lot of horror going on, but I kind of connect with the story in it and with Elijah Wood character, and it's not outrageously funny, but it has a couple of scenes that are pretty funny and also pretty violent. So it's slow, but I think it's a good horror mixed with drama and comedy in it. I think it's really, really worth watching. Um, the other one I recommend, which is the one that I made the review last time, is Host. Those who are looking for supernatural horror in the kind of a style of Paranormal Activity or that kind of movie. I'm not gonna say exactly Blair Witch, but you know, kind of like those handheld. Although it's not handheld at all, but it's kind of like this found footage kind of horror style. So those fans for found footage plus supernatural and are really gonna find this really creepy, scary in parts. You know, I'm not the usual supernatural horror lover. I think that's the subgenre I dislike the most, second by horror comedy. But I think this one was pretty well done. You know, it's not the usual movie that I like, but I don't know. This one was pretty creepy, pretty straightforward. It doesn't waste time. You know, it's kind of like, you know, it's very fast paced. It's like at the start and at the first 10 minutes, you already get going, you know, with the ride. So those are looking for something scary, something suspenseful, something creepy, something intense. Check this out. It's just an hour long. You know, it's a very short movie and very straightforward and definitely worth watching. I think it was very well done. So that's Host. Also in Shutter. Whoever said that Shutter is paying me to do this promotion, but it's not. It's just that, you know, they're having those good movies and, you know, I truly enjoy them. And I truly recommend them for those that, you know, enjoy horror as much as I do. The last one I'm going to be recommending here is The Lodge. Those are for looking for also like the one that I just mentioned here, Relic, which is a horror drama, slow burn. So those looking for the same, which is my favorite subgenre, horror drama, slow burn and psychological. You know, The Lodge is one of those. I also reviewed this movie like a couple of months ago. So those are looking for characters, development, story-driven, suspense, slow burn, horror film, so atmospheric. So those are looking for those qualities. The Lodge is the movie to go. Also, the last one I'm gonna be recommending, I think I said this is the last one, but no, it's not. So the last one, it will be Possessor. So those are looking for sci-fi horror, which is another interesting subgenre. Possessor is the most recent horror film that I watched. I watched it last week, and I think it was really impressive. You know, those are looking for a sci-fi story-driven horror film with some action elements as well. Possessor is a great movie to go. It has a great story. I think it has great acting, and it's pretty original and pretty gruesome in parts. So those that has some difficulties watching strong scenes or some gore here and there, you know, beware. But it's definitely worth watching. It is a great story. So Possessor is one that is definitely worth watching and worth picking in this Halloween. So those are some movies that I've seen a lot more this year that are pretty good. You know, one that I think was great. Oh my God, I don't know why I didn't show you that, but Antebellum. It's just that it is a great one, but I don't really consider it a horror film, but you know, it's another, it's a great thriller too that is also worth watching. So that one too. And you know, so if you don't have anything to watch this Halloween, you want to watch some horror films, I definitely recommend these ones that I just mentioned. Obviously, there are more than that, but you know, these are kind of like that first that came out to my mind. So it's Halloween weekend. So grab yourself some popcorn, some beers, or some whatever you want to wrap, and watch some horror films. And like I said, I totally recommend these ones. And hopefully you put this in the watch list or you enjoyed this video. If it's like that, so please subscribe, like, share, however you feel like it. And, you know, have a great, happy Halloween. See you guys.